excerpts from Perennial Philosophy, just sections, not the whole book. Page 28. This is kind of concentrated here. The bodies of human beings are affected by the good or bad states of their minds. Well, now let's just lay the existence at the heart of things of a divine serenity and goodwill may be regarded as one of the reasons why the world's sickness, though chronic, has not proved fatal, and if in the psychic universe and more than human consciousness, obsessed by thoughts of evil and egotism and rebellion, this will account perhaps for some of the quite extravagant and improbable wickedness of human behavior. The acts willed by our minds are accomplished either through the instrumentality of the psychological intelligence and the body, or very exceptionally and to a limited extent by direct supernormal means of the PK variety, psychokinesis. Analogously, the physical situations willed by a divine providence may be arranged by the perpetually creating mind that sustains the universe, in which case providence... He's talking about God as the perpetually creating mind. God, in the prior reading he said, perpetually creating mind. You see, God has to sustain he's arguing God has to sustain his creation.
That's what you just read at the beginning.
The physical situations willed by a divine providence may be arranged by the perpetually creating mind that sustains the universe, in which case providence will appear to do its work by wholly natural means, or else very exceptionally the divine mind may act directly on the universe from the outside, as it were, in which case the workings of providence and gifts of grace will appear to be miraculous. Similarly, the divine mind may choose to communicate with finite minds. See, like in a prayer, right? Either by manipulating the world of man or things in other ways, which the particular mind to be reached at that moment will find meaningful. Or else there may be direct communication by something resembling thought transference. That's a very concentrated paragraph. Skip over to, like Augustine, Eckhart was to some extent the victim of his own literary talents. La stile este hombre. La stile est siste. It's French still. L'hombre. No doubt. But the converse is also probably true. La hombre is de la stile. So your style is the man. The style of your writing is the man. Or the man is his style. Because we have a gift for writing in a certain way, we find ourselves, in some sense, becoming our way of writing. We would mold ourselves in the likeness of our particular brand of eloquence. That quote is from a guy named Georges Leclerc. He's a French guy. L.A. style. The style is the man. Your style is you. You become, in other words, if you write some sort of poetry or something, or you do art, you end up becoming that thing. You are it. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to read another section here. We skip again. Now we're 2035. Nobody has yet invented a spiritual calculus in terms of which we may talk coherently about the divine ground and the world conceived as its manifestation. For the present, therefore, we must be patient with the linguistic eccentricities of those who are compelled to describe one order of experience in terms of a symbol system, whose relevance is to the facts of another and quite different order. So far, then, as a fully adequate expression of the perennial philosophy is concerned, there exists a problem in semantics that is finally insolvable. Fact is one which will be steadily borne in mind by all who read its formulations. Only in this way shall we be able to understand even remotely what is being talked about. Consider, for example, those negative definitions of the transcendent and eminent ground of being in statements such as Eckhart. God is equated with nothing. And in a certain sense, the equation is exact, for God is certainly no thing. Phrase used by Scotus Erigena, God is not a what? He is a that. In other words, the ground can be denoted as being there, but not defined as having qualities. That means that discursive knowledge about the ground is not merely like any inferential knowledge of thing at one remove, or even at several removes from the reality of immediate acquaintance. It is, and because of this very nature of our language and our standard patterns of thought, must be paradoxical knowledge. Direct knowledge of the ground cannot be had except by union, and union can be achieved only by the annihilation of the self-regarding ego, which is the barrier separating the Tao from the that. It's end of chapter 2, page 35, about annihilation of the self-regarding ego. From, apparently, he understands mysticism. Yeah. Plus, he's very smart, this guy.